Hello everybody. The last time I filmed a little update, I had just gotten out of the emergency room with a lung scare, left side lung issue. We are not 100% sure what that lung issue was, but since then I had an appointment with my radiation oncologist, and he went through the scan. The CT scan you can go through like soft tissue view, bone view. He went through the scan step by step by step, and the nodules in the lungs are really not that bad. He said the big mass is under 4 millimeters, so it's really not that big to cause any problems. He said the main problem in the scan is that there is a lesion in the T3 vertebra, which is like my vertebra just on the opposite side in my spine, just here. And it controls all of my lower body. So we need to keep watch of that vertebra because A, it's easily radiated, he said. B, it's one that could like go and paralyze me. And then so the vertebra needs to be watched, so we'll watch that. I have another scan booked for beginning of October, so we'll see if it's appropriate timing to have that scan. Shut down the ovaries via chemical injection for the last 3 months now, which has been a trip. It's been difficult dealing with, the hormone change and the change in the body, and just having that chemical injection period. It hurt, my body hurts when I have it. It's not easy. It wasn't easy. Nothing is easy. So I'm on the letrozole, the lymph nodes have calmed down, the tumor has calmed down, everything seems to be kind of just calm. I ramped up my Gerson protocol. I'm still full on the Gerson protocol. Come mid-October, I'll be 1 year on the Gerson protocol, and the full therapy is 2 years long. Like, you've got to stay on the therapy for 2 years. Somebody who was previously treated with chemotherapy has to stay on the Gerson therapy a little bit longer. So I'm looking at 2.5, possibly even 3 years. But it's exciting to be 1 year in. It's been really laborious and difficult and challenging, and obviously I'm here feeling great. I'm back to walking. I'm walking 5 kilometers in a day, probably 3 or 4 days a week. Scott woke me up this morning at 6:30 and said, "Do you want to go for a walk? The sun is rising." And I was like, yes. And it's awesome. I feel really good, and I'm doing my yoga in the backyard and getting strong because, the reason that I'm getting strong because I need to get strong, but I also have a surgery coming up this week. So the surgery is an ovary removal, oophorectomy, ovaries and fallopian tubes, and that is to avoid taking the chemical injections. The chemical injection is quite harsh on the body. And while the ovary removal is very permanent of a decision, I really tried to avoid it, but I just couldn't get those estrogen numbers down. So I need to block that estrogen as much as I can. The surgery is laparoscopic. It should be quick and easy, so it's not something that, is going to cause so many problems. But I'm not looking forward to the surgery, but I feel really good right now, and I've been working out and eating as healthy as I possibly can, and in the next few days I'll continue to do that, just really get as healthy and as strong as I possibly can, so that I bounce back from the surgery and just carry on from there. So that's the plan. I found an awesome obstetrician or OB surgeon in a small town about an hour away from here. So I do have to travel an hour there and back. It's just day surgery, so I'm out the same day. And but I did find an awesome surgeon, and she gave me a long time to talk about my story and what I'm going through, and she really was agreeable to work with me, not just say it's going to be done this way, which was what I met a couple of obstetricians before, and they were like, yeah, it was going to be my way or the highway. And I was like, okay, I take the highway. What else do I have to talk about? The jaw business. Osteonecrosis of the jaw is something that happened to me as a side effect from the bisphosphonate drug that I was taking. So last year I had 5 rounds of bisphosphonate drug called, I won't be able to remember the name of that one off the top of my head. I should have wrote it down, but it was the osteoporosis treatment. So designed, or well, in theory, it was going to try and fill the lesions in that are in my bones and make my bones stronger. I've since found out that this drug is really lethal, and I don't want to say too much bad about it because a lot of women are taking it, and this is my body just does not like pharmaceutical drugs. One possible side effect from taking this bisphosphonate is osteonecrosis of the jaw, which basically means the jaw is dying. Lack of blood supply, therefore lack of oxygen to the bone inside the maxilla and the Manila, city in the Philippines. Maxilla is where I'm affected, so it's up here in the left-hand side, and it's a long story about how I found out, and anyways, it's hard for me to tell this story without getting very angry, but I was just going to kind of leave it out of this conversation, but it's my truth and it's my story, and it was a major fail on the side of the healthcare system, in my opinion. For me, it was it's not been dealt with at all properly, and it's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to other women who this is happening to. I'm strong and fit and healthy, but there are other women that are in hospital beds that aren't, and I'll say this time and time again. I'm just going to tell my story because it's not fair. Sometimes when things aren't fair, you just have to you just have to say it, you know? So I went to my oncologist and asked her, or told her what was happening. She said, no problem, we will refer you to a dental surgeon who can, there's a squirrel issue over there. Piper's taking care of it. She will refer me to a dental surgeon to discuss what treatment is going to be for this issue. And so I went to my oncologist, and I told her what was going on, and she confirmed, yes, this is osteonecrosis of the jaw. She took some photos of what was going on inside my mouth, and said that she was going to refer me to a dental surgeon to move forward with treatment for this issue. Treatment from the treatment. And so I confirmed with her that treatment was going to be covered, because obviously our financial issues with, you know, me not working for the last 2.5 years now, and you know, I've given my financial woes out on YouTube plenty of times, so you guys know where we're at. Like, we've been as upfront and honest as we can.
Don't edit me out. I don't deserve to be edited out. I have half of everything that you own.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
It's great. The dental surgeon. So I confirmed with her that treatment was going to be covered by our healthcare, and she said, yes, 100%, don't worry about it. We gave you the drug. Treatment for the side effect that has happened is going to be covered. And so, great. I went down to Toronto for an appointment, and this surgeon basically shrugged me off. He gave me 2 minutes to talk, and looked at the roof of my mouth and went, that doesn't need to be treated. So that's great. One thing that actually surprised some of my friends when I told them, and I was telling them this story, is that on my chart it says that I'm a palliative patient. I'm terminal. I'm palliative. I'm stage 4 cancer. I'm basically, in the eyes of the healthcare system, I'm a ghost, and I was treated like a ghost that day. He looked right through me, like I wasn't even a person sitting in his chair. I didn't have any like reaction to him and his assholeness because it was pointless. It was pointless to waste the energy to explain what was going on, and like I felt like I would be pleading, like, please help me. No. Sometimes you just don't want these people to help you because they don't care about you anyways. They don't believe in what you're trying to accomplish, and if he's going to treat me like a ghost, and that's not the first time that I've been treated like that by the medical establishment, and it hurts. It feels bad. It's angering, it's frustrating, it's infuriating. After that, I went back to the hospital and I said, that didn't go well. Can you please refer me to somebody else? So she referred me to somebody in town, a dental surgeon here who was completely civilized human being. He explained to me the reason why they weren't going to treat it, and he said, there is no treatment. And I was like, what do you mean there is no treatment? My fucking jaw is dying. He's like, there is no treatment. You know, there's no, like, the treatment option that we have here is surgery. And I didn't even really ask what the surgery was going to be because I know that I don't need surgery. So he prescribed me an antibacterial mouthwash. Antibacterial mouthwash. Thank you so much. And he charged me $135 for the consultation. So I went back to the oncologist again and I said, you know, this is what happened at this appointment. And she was like, yeah, okay, we'll go with that. No treatment is fine. And I was like, what do you mean no treatment? No treatment. And she said, yeah, you know, it's healing. It's healing on its own. We can see physically that it's healing. So the side effect, or what, like the way that I'm feeling is I'm feeling pain. I have a mild earache 24/7, and it's manageable. Like, but before bed, I'm taking painkillers, like mild painkillers. I'm taking like a Motrin, and I'm clenching my jaw. Like I'm clenching. I wake up. I'm not grinding, but I wake up and I'm like super clenched, like just tight. And that's not something that's ever happened to me before. I feel like I have a pretty relaxed jaw. I don't know. I've never woken up clenching, like, and now I'm waking up clenching every single day, and ooh, it's sore, it's painful. It needs to be treated. So I had to go out on my own and find somebody who was going to help me, and I did. I went back to the dentist who originally said something's not right here. He's amazing. He has been doing platelet-rich fibrin treatments, which is where they dry your blood and then they spin it so that they separate the platelets, and then they ozonate the platelets, and then they inject that into the jaw. So your blood flow, it's just encouraging healing. It's encouraging blood flow to bring life back into that area that is actually dying. And we caught it early and we're treating it early, and it should be a matter of only about 6 months before they can sort of declare me clear. Treatment is $1,000 a time. I've only had one so far. I'm probably going to have 3 or 4. My dentist is totally discounting those treatments, which is incredible. And I'm grateful because they understand where I'm at. And, you know, if you just ask, like, these people are willing to work with you because they get it. They see these patients all the time that have been screwed over. And, yeah, so that is where we're at with that. A few weeks ago, also, I had some tumor markers tested. The tumor markers test carcinogens in the blood and circulating tumor cells. Those numbers did not look good at all. They did not look good. They're high, and they keep crawling higher and higher every time. Lots of different things can affect these numbers. So I freaked out about them for a few days, but then I got a hold of myself and I was like, I feel good, I feel normal, I feel healthy. So why am I going to let these little numbers just bring me down to a place of ill health or like ill feelings, you know? So I came out of that little funk, and so I believe in myself. I believe that I can get these numbers down one day. And even if I don't get the numbers down, like, well, I'm just here. Like, I'm alive. I'm living my life. I'm going to my daughter's soccer games. I'm doing my yoga in my backyard. I'm going to my naturopath's appointment. I'm still doing my high dose vitamin C twice a week. I spend about 15 hours a week in the treatment chair. Those are long days, but I'm very grateful to be in the treatment chair, and I'm utilizing the time making videos and editing little videos. And if you didn't see my public meltdown, I lost my old medicine pouch. I had this medicine pouch around my neck for about a year, and it had special stones in it that I had collected from Arizona, and it was just with me at all times, right in the trouble spots of my body, and I lost it, and I had an epic public meltdown. Not a good look. I know I was placing too much importance on a thing, but you know, when things give you comfort, it's okay. Babies have their blankies, Hollis has her medicine pouch, like whatever. So they sent me a new one, Soaring Eagle, Northern Ontario. Thank you very much for this. I'm going to try and not place so much importance on this one this time, but I'm happy to have it back around my neck, and it's definitely not the same as the old one, but yeah. So that's basically it. That's where I'm at right now. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of appointments. It's a lot of stress. I'm hardcore doing my Gerson therapy and at home resting and being as calm as I can. My language at home is one of health. You know, I am healthy, I am well, I am strong, I can do this. None of this like, I am sick, I'm a cancer patient, I'm terminal, I'm palliative, blah blah blah. That's like not the way forward. It's really not the way forward. So I'm here, I'm doing it, and I'm okay. Post-surgery Hollis here. I didn't really have time to edit and post that video that I made before I had my surgery last week. So here I am just watching it and thinking, I'm thinking so many things, but I'm thinking, first of all, that I need to say thank you to everybody who, there was a thank you at the end of that video, and it always just sounds so insincere. I just don't know how to convey my thanks to everybody, all the people who support me, the people who pray for me, the people who think about me, the people who freaking drop garlic at my doorstep and bring me flowers and bring me houseplants and bring me carrots and leave carrots on my back deck and write notes. Even the mailman is like, what are you? And why do you get so many incredible packages? And I'm like, it's my friends. My friends are amazing. Thank you, friends. I love you, and I love everything that you do for me, and it means so much, and I will find a way to bottle that up one day and fix all the world's problems, genuinely. The other thing that I had to say is I just have a little story from my surgery. So surgery was Tuesday, it's now Sunday. I'm feeling fantastic. I'm trying not to be running around like normal, but I really feel like normal. I feel good. So everything is going well. Surgery had one little complication. I had to go back to the hospital in the afternoon. My surgery was at 8 a.m. I was home by lunchtime. They had missed a stitch somewhere, or I had burst a stitch. I'm not exactly sure what happened. My belly button was bleeding. Oh my God. It's like a little bit graphic. Poor Scott. He was like not equipped to handle what was going on. But halfway through the day, I was like, I need to go back to the hospital because this is not right. Something's not right here. So yeah, they said that there was an exposed blood vessel, and they had to stitch it up. And that was the worst part of it, because they had to inject me with freezing. And I was like wide awake, and I'm like, no, it's a surgical site. Don't fucking touch me. It was quick and easy, and it was over, and I'm healing great. So all is well. But the day after my surgery, so during surgery, my surgeon is amazing, and she said, what do you want to listen to? And I was like, my favorite is Toots and the Maytals. I have to listen to Toots and the Maytals, put that on, right? So she put it on. The anesthesiologist walked in looking exactly like a band member from Toots and the Maytals. This big black guy was like, what can I do for you? And I was like, give me drugs. He was like, Toots. I'm like, yeah, Toots. He was like, I saw Toots in New Orleans. I'm like, I saw Toots in Toronto. Friggin' cool. Toots is my jam. Toots was even playing when Bowie was born in the delivery room. So a big deal to me. And I posted on Instagram that I'm just out on my back deck. It was literally right here, playing Toots and the Maytals. Hashtag Healing Project, hashtag Toots and the Maytals. And one of the band members commented on my Instagram, and I was like freaking. Scott was chatting with him. He invited us to the Glasgow concert, which is October 11th, and I was just like, no way. So that was cool, and that was a little story that I had to share with you. It's amazing. I feel great. Thank you, life. Thank you, humans. Thank you, people. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gerson. Anyways, it's all good over here. So continue as you were. Put the Toots and the Maytals on and go have a good day.